More famous for tourists and horse racing, the seaside town of Deauville in northern France is in the spotlight as it plays host to its 38th American Film Festival. The union between Deauville and the American cinema has lasted for 37 years. It's a marriage that works. The unique feature of the festival is that the films are shown 24 hours a day, so you can go to the movies at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or at 5 in the morning. A real treat for fans of Hollywood. It may be held in Europe, but the festival is known in particular for discovering new and rising American directing talent. It's a marriage that's worked well for several reasons. Firstly, Deauville, with its beaches used in the Normandy landings, is very significant for the Americans. Anne Dornano, who was the mayor of Deauville and ran this festival at the time, went herself to the United States to tell the Americans they were welcome. And finally, because it's lasted 37 years, the festival's unique. In 10 days, it shows over 80 films. It shows the best of American cinema, mainstream, independent, documentaries and television. If you stay 10 days, you'll know all about American society. One feature of this year's Deauville Festival is a tribute to William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist. He was asked which of his films he thinks has had the most influence on contemporary cinema.
Possibly The French Connection. I mean, I see a lot of things that I did in The French Connection in other films. But that's all right, because I consider it an homage. You know, and films do beget films. I stole from the films of other people, like Alain Resnais and Jean-Luc Godard and Michelangelo Antonioni and Fellini and Ettore Scola.
Another tribute was for Harvey Keitel, an actor who's worked with directors from all over the world. But he sees little difference in working with American and European filmmakers.
Frankly, I've been very lucky to work with some of the greats in Europe as well as America, and there's no difference in terms of the substance of the individual. Only difference is the language, the accent.
Introduced by Martin Scorsese and famous the world over for the films Mean Streets and Taxi Driver, for more than 40 years Harvey Keitel has shown great agility across many genres on screen and stage. Deauville has now engraved his name on one of its famous beach huts. The jury is considering 15 American films. One of the first is For Ellen, directed by So Young Kim and featuring an intense performance by the increasingly famous Paul Dano.
Luckily, the writing was really good, and the first time I read it, I had a response, and my imagination was immediately triggered. And I saw the character somewhere off in the distance, and I just spent a lot of time with him in myself.
I was touring. You see, I'm in this band. I wanted to make it so bad.
Have you made it?
Yeah, I think I'm real close. I just want to know how you feel about me.
You seem like a nice person. I can't call you Dad.
One of the most eagerly awaited screenings was for the world premiere of the Bourne Legacy, directed by Tony Gilroy and starring Jeremy Renner and Rachel Weisz.
What I love about the action in Bourne movie, I mean, I felt like I was playing a character who was fighting to stay alive, and that's how it felt. Every moment, I didn't feel like, oh, I'm doing a piece of action. I felt like I'm Marta Shearing and I'm trying to stay alive.
Who the hell is he?
He's an outcome agent.
He's Treadstone without the inconsistency. We have never seen evaluations like this.